Slogans give a sense of clarity, not as much for the organization, but for people who are on the receiving end of thousands of messages every day, especially when we're more connected than we ever have been through the internet, through social media, through incredibly advanced technological devices that live within our pockets, right? We have access to so much information, and our brains aren't really designed to take in that information and remember very much of it. Our brains want to do about as little as they need to help us operate with healthy function. And so what a slogan does is it articulates all of a brand's ideas, all of the messages, all of the things that they could say. A slogan helps transcend to what's the most important thing we have to say, that speaks volumes to whoever our customers are in their personalized, individualized context for whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish that we can help them accomplish. A slogan helps deliver a sense of promise and possibility to people in those specific contexts. It's important to collaborate when developing a slogan because there's really so much that goes into it. Sometimes we dilute the slogan writing process to think that it's just an articulation of an important idea in as few words as possible. And even though that is part of what's created, there's so much back-end preparatory work that's really necessary to be able to articulate language that you can then really fully own in all the places where it's going to show up. So research needs to happen. Legal databases need to be mined. You really need to understand, is this an idea that I can own? And not even really an idea, right? Because no ideas are genuinely new. If you have an idea that you think is new, I guarantee you someone else in human history has actually probably thought of it before you. But if you're trying to articulate that idea in a new way, you really need to make sure that you're able to navigate the entire landscape of communication globally to get a sense of, is somebody else saying this? Somebody in my category, are they making this same claim? So there's a lot of back-end work that goes into slogan writing beyond just the work of writing it. And so that's why it's really important to collaborate with a team that can facilitate and take you through that entire process of intending for a really good outcome. The financial benefit of a slogan is irrefutable. The biggest brands that win in their categories, and I could list off countless right now, between MasterCard, between Apple, and all other kinds of big players, Nike, for example. And what I just did is you probably thought of the slogan for each one of those groups, right? So that's why a slogan is important, because when there's so many different messages that a person is receiving every day, and there's so many different touch points that consumers are having with brands, we need to articulate a memorable idea that they can take with them that compels them to choose us over the competition. And that's what a slogan does. It helps determine that consumer choice, right? Where does a consumer journey end? Choosing us or choosing a competitor? The slogan is at the crux of that choice. When we do naming and slogan work together, it just helps produce two connected outputs and deliverables, really for a better benefit for you. The financial investment is less, but we're working through the same methodologies, we're going through the same thinking, the same discussions, the same exercises. It's just instead of producing only a name in terms of deliverables or slogans as a deliverable, we're producing both. And any of the work that we do in naming or slogan or when it's together, really these ideas are connected.